Hey y'all, welcome back to At Our Modern Farmhouse with Cat and Pat. So we got another update to the basement. So I've been working a little bit Friday night. This is Saturday about 9 o'clock. Been working down here for about 8 hours. I called it quits probably a couple hours ago and been having a couple drinks and watch some TV. So I thought I'd come down here and show you guys what we did. So let's go into the bathroom. So if you remember a wall we did over here in the window room that we've got, we had some leftover hickory. So we decided to use it in our bathroom. So let's take you in here and see what we did. So we've got this, we did an open concept, guys. So we don't have a wall. This was going to be a closet in here. This is under our stairs. So we decided to leave this open. Kathy might have mentioned this in a couple videos before, but we're gonna leave it open. We're gonna do some floating shelves back there. So what we did was we took our hickory and we did it vertically on the wall in the back just to give it kind of a little accent wall back there. I ended up hanging some OSB on there so I could face nail anywhere on there. Had to rip some down to make it fit, but it turned out pretty nice. So we had a bunch left, so we thought we would use it. Got the knots in there, looks really good.
Yeah, so we're gonna do some floating shelves here.
Yep.
And really kind of make it look, so my goal with this basement, the theme of this basement, I want it to be all light wood and on the lighter scale of colors. So truly, I told Pat, I'm like, you know what? I think I like this in white. If I do this white shiplap, keep this light wood, the white and the light wood, and maybe that blue and tan and white tile, I think would blend really well. So that's my theme for this basement. So when Pat is done doing his magic down here, I can't wait to come down here and do my magic. But yeah.
So we got we did get the ceiling painted in here. I haven't got the walls primed yet, but we did get the ceilings primed last night. I came down and I did the ceilings in the bathroom. We have our shower fan grate on here. So we've got our bath fan grate. So we did a Panasonic fan, guys. This is a 12 volt fan. So basically we're taking 120 down to 12 volts. So it's super quiet. And you can actually select the amount of flow out of this fan. So it's really quiet, gonna be awesome in here. So it's a nice fan. So we got the ceiling painted in the shower here too. I'm carrying around my shop light just because I still haven't gone through and wired up all the devices. I've got just the main lights in here hardwired, but hopefully the coming week I will start to get some of that done. So let's go over to the window room wall. Show you what we did in here today. So I've got the ceiling on this side of what's going to be our wood beam, our box wood beam. I've got it painted. I've got our speakers installed and they're up and running. So we use Nuvo. I'm using Nuvo for the whole system for the house. So we already have it currently installed upstairs. We're installing it down here too. We're using Series 4 speakers, which is their mid-grade, I guess you could say. So their Series 6 is their high end. We're using Series 4. These are 8-inch in ceiling. They have a magnetic grate on them. So the grill on these guys is pretty cool. So if you've seen speakers before, they have kind of a ring on the outside and the grill kind of snaps in. Those are kind of the older ones. Pretty much everybody these days is going to a magnetic. So basically just get that installed and it just snaps right on. It's got a really clean look. So, looks nice.
It does look nice.
Yeah.
It does look really clean.
So I actually had some different speakers in the house upstairs, and we actually changed all of those out to these Series 4. So got this all masked off today. My goal for tomorrow is going to be to prime this wall and get it ready for paint. So we'll see how it goes, but getting a little tired of working down here, but it needs to be done. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. So another project I did today, like again, probably 8 hours down here in the basement today, guys. So let's go over to Kathy's room, the girls' room. I did a little work in there today.
And you guys, I love this, by the way. I absolutely love how this turned out.
Just another thing. So the ceiling paint that I'm using is, you can't really see it on here because it's a little messy, but I'm using a Glidden paint. It's a 15-year warranty, bright white, flat. So I got this at Walmart for like $13 a gallon. It goes on kind of gray, but when it dries bright white. So it's kind of cool because when you look up, then you know it's not dried yet in a spot or whatnot. But when it dries, it is bright white. So,
and that's for the ceilings.
Yep, the ceilings.
Gotcha.
So here's leftover hickory. This is all I've got left. So I've been cleaning out everything that we got down there, trying to get it cleaned up a little bit. This is what I've got left. I'm gonna actually build a desktop out of this leftover hickory, and I'm gonna use 2 whiskey barrels to span this desk for my office down here eventually. So this is a project down the road, but I will be working on this later. Okay, so like I said, I've done a lot of work in here today, guys. I also got Kathy's room, the ceiling painted. I used the same bright white on the inside of the vault here. We also have her 6.5-inch Nuvo speakers installed in here, Series 4 again. Ceilings painted, inside of the vault's painted with the same paint. Speakers installed. They're up and running. I've had them all working today. And I ended up going back to Home Depot over the week and picked up some more 4-inch or 4 foot by 5.5 flat top pickets, and I've got those installed on the ceiling today. So turned out pretty good. We used a pretty, I went through the whole palette and picked out the most distressed ones I could find. If you can see on there, these things are pretty ratty. Like I said, you would not want to use these on a fence.
But
I don't
that's
actually
what,
know why they sell them, to be honest.
well, we got lucky because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I'm like, you pick the most distressed, knotted pieces of wood, cedar you can find. That's what I want in my ceiling.
Yeah, they're pretty warped, bowed, warped. They don't actually meet in some spots. I had to rip down some small pieces to fill some pretty big gaps that some of them had that you might not even be able to see because they got filled pretty good. But they turned out pretty good. I had to cut out around a couple of, one here, actually 2 of them to get my, the chandelier that's gonna hang in the center. Then I took another piece and I just ripped it down to make my trim border around the ceiling here to border it all. And that actually turned out pretty good too.
It did turn out good. I like how it kind of finishes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. Awesome.
Yeah, so got a couple more things done. If you guys are interested in the system that we're using, like I said, it's Nuvo. It's made by Legrand, or was bought, the company bought by Legrand. It's pretty cool. I'll show you where the gear lies if you guys want to see that, but I think it's pretty cool. We have it throughout the house. I think we have 21 zones total throughout the house that can all be controlled independently. So let's walk over here real fast. Oh, let me grab my shot light.
In that Nuvo system, it can be controlled via the app, via the mobile app.
It's all app based. Pandora, Siri, it's all in there. So it's pretty cool. Each zone can be controlled individually. So you can have one place, like Kathy can be playing a different source or a different piece of music in here than we're playing in the music room. So you don't have to listen to the same thing throughout the house at the same time, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and we do that upstairs too. Like in the kitchen, if I'll be cooking dinner or doing dishes, I'll have something playing in there. And if, I don't know, Pat's in the bedroom or whatever, if I'm in there, you know, doing my hair or whatever, I can have something else playing in the bathroom.
Yeah, so this right here, guys, this is what I've been using. This is a Nuvo Player 400, so it's like their tabletop. So if you've seen Sonos or some of the Amazon products, the Alexa or whatever, these are tabletops. They can all be linked together. These are really nice though. So I've been using this. This will eventually go into the gym until I get my ceiling or wall speakers installed in there. This will be playing in that area. So I built a little rack in here. So let's kind of check it out. These are the components that Nuvo operates off of. Upstairs we have 3 of these. So these are 3-zone players. So these control 3 zones. Each one of these units is a single zone. These are player, this is the 3-zone is a player 3100. These are player 200s. This small one here is a player 100. It all just depends on the wattage. So these are higher wattage than this one is here, and so on. So I ended up putting a switcher down here. It's tied into our switcher upstairs, so it's all tied together. So we can pretty much do anything we want to do. But we're done with gear. Like I said, we've got 3 zones currently working. We've got the bathroom, the window room, and Kathy's room, and this gym room. So we've got more to add. I've got more speakers to add, more zones to add, but we'll do that eventually. So that's what we've got done so far. Saturday night about 9 o'clock. I'll be back at it again tomorrow. I don't know how many hours I'm going to spend down here tomorrow, guys, but hopefully I'll get some more of the either the ceiling or the walls primed. I like to work on the ceiling first, just because I want to get speakers installed. I want to get the trims installed, lights installed, and go from there. So thanks for joining us tonight. This might be series 5, maybe, I think. Yeah, does that sound right?
I believe so. Either 4 or 5.
Yeah, one of those two. So again, there's my mess of wires on the wall. I've got it coming out of all the walls. So that was that for next week. Definitely, I'm going to get switches installed, outlets, start installing outlets when I get the walls primed. But anyways, thanks for joining us tonight. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.